This woman fighting to get back her $60,000 boat after it was stolen and then towed to a lot in Cape Coral. Now, the tow company that ended up with the boat will give it back to the original owner, but only if she pays $5,000 in towing and storage costs. 4 News Corner Sam Sosa live in the newsroom tonight digging into this one. Sam, what'd you find out?
Well, Amy, the question now is if the towing company followed the law when it towed the boat to its lot. That's for a judge to decide. In the meantime, that boat's owner says she's on the hook for $5,000 and she wants to know why.
This is where Christine and her husband were going to keep their $60,000 boat they bought last year, but instead, it's here after it was stolen out of their friend's yard, then recovered.
It was stolen right out of the backyard. They hooked up and just drove away with it, knocked the lock off and just drove away with it.
The thief sold it to a guy on Craigslist who regularly buys boats, but Christine says he should have known something was up.
It's a $65,000 boat. He bought it for $3,500 and didn't know it was stolen.
The buyer had it towed to Roman's Towing in Cape Coral for storage. The company then ran the boat's VIN number and traced it back to Christine, billing her almost $5,000 for the towing and storage, saying if she didn't pay up, they would auction off her boat.
My boat is being held hostage, and if Cape Coral Police Department isn't going to start pressing charges on people that are stealing boats, it's going to continue. This is why nobody's held accountable.
But the Cape Coral Police Department already did press charges, arresting the girl who originally stole the boat. So what happens now? Criminal defense attorney Abizer Gadiali tells me a judge has to decide whether the company towed the boat legally, and there are rules when it comes to that.
The towing company has to know that that person is authorized to have the car towed. In this particular situation, it was not the owner that requested it, but some other individual.
The person who authorized the tow clearly wasn't the owner, because the title and registration is right here with Christine.
The tow truck company, if at the time did not do their due diligence to see whether or not this individual was the owner of the boat, or if they kind of knew that the boat was not this guy's boat, I think that the lady would have a claim and a cause of action.
The Cape Coral Police Department says Christine did have a chance to pick up her boat free of charge in September when they first found it at Roman's Towing, but she didn't want to accept it because the trailer and the engine were missing. Roman's Towing doesn't want to comment on the matter until the case goes to court. Live in the newsroom, Sam Sosa, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right.